Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. The Chronicles season 2 is finally over. Yay! Woo! Oh my gosh, you guys, it was stressful. It took a lot of my energy, but it was so much fun and it was so worth it, and I'll so do it again. So before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported me, everybody who's watched, commented, liked, shared, all of that. People were encouraged. People were inspired, and you know, that's all that matters. And so I'm just so excited that, you know, there are people out there that actually like what I put out and are actually taking it to heart and running with it. And now that it's all over, this second season, I just feel so relieved. You guys don't understand, like, it was a lot to edit and to record and film, like all of it. It just took so much time and energy, but like I said, it was so worth it. It was so worth it at the end, because there were people that were inspired, and that's exactly what I'm doing this for. You know, no matter how many views or shares or whatever, comments, likes, whatever I get, I'm going to continue to do this. Alright, so with this video, I'm going to be reacting / recapping the whole season. I'm just going to give you some insight, some like behind the scenes commentary on what I did and the process that it took to make this. Alright, so here we go. This first scene was recorded like maybe over a year ago, and you guys don't understand, like, I've shot so many scenes, so many clips, and I've reworked and redone this whole thing so many times. And so I already had like an episode, like the first episode I already had like halfway done when I decided to scrap it because I didn't like it, and this was a part of it. But I decided to save this part just because it's random and it's goofy, and if you follow me, then you know how much I like Taco Bell, and so I thought some people get a kick out of it. So yeah. I would like the number 10 with a Baja Blast. You always gotta get the Baja Blast. Yep. Oh man, Baja Blast is everything. I just love Taco Bell. Okay. So yeah, like the opening music I did for the first season, the first episode of the first season, is called Dodge by Christian Grey, and I love it so much, and I feel like it really fit kind of like the whole vibe of the show, you know. And so, and also I feel like it's a good throwback for those who watched the first season, the first episode of the first season, and you will know this song. Now, where did we last leave? Oh. I was going to school in Kansas City, studying media and ministry for 2 years. It was so weird digging up like these old clips from when I was at IHOP, because it was like, it just brought back so many good feelings. Like, so many good feelings. And I miss it, you know. Well, I miss the people a lot that I met at IHOP. Like, I only keep in contact with maybe like one or two, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But yeah, going through these clips, oh my gosh, it brought back so many memories. The nostalgia of it all. But after the TV I did, and that brings us to now. Crazy. Okay, the song that's playing in the background is called #Quench by Anthony Clark Williams, FKA Tone, NKA, now known as, now known as, is that a thing? NKA? I don't know. But he's now known as B Slade, and I've always wanted to use like this track in something, because it's just such a good song. And so yeah, I just put it in this. On my way to church. So yeah, this is my church, Labor of Love. Yes. Oh, these old pictures are embarrassing. We don't even look like that anymore. crazy. Oh my gosh, we've all grown. There are kids, married, getting married. Like, we're getting old. Jared, you guys don't understand. Jared is just the over the top one, always doing the most. Oh, I love him though. Mike Jones. Mike is just like one of the best people I've ever met. Like one of the best people I know, Mike Jones. That's why he's in the show so much, because like he understands.
Oh, you're in Michigan. I mean, my whole family.
Yeah, I don't have a choice either, honestly, when it comes to repping Michigan. Both my parents went there. This whole scene was like so impromptu. Like it was supposed to be me and Mike at first, but then we had like Jared, we had Caleb and Chris, like they were all just there, and so I was like, okay, why not just include everybody? And I'm glad that I did that, because whew, some stuff that they said is great.
I was in California for like 2 separate semesters, and I didn't really tell anybody this, but like I was going through like a depressive state, and my parents don't even know this, but I guess I'm gonna know now. But I flunked out both semesters.
It was so hard to like put this out there and let people know that I actually like got kicked out, like I flunked out. If you saw the last season, then you know that I got accepted into Biola. It was just not the right move. It was just not the right move for me, you know. And I kind of felt along the way like it wasn't something that I was supposed to do, but I continued to do it anyway because I wanted to get away from my parents and from the cold weather and all of that. But you know, I learned my lesson real quick. I had good times at Biola. I had a lot of good times, but I had a lot of very dark times too. Times that, you know, I just felt like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive or continue, you know, doing this. It was a lot that was going on at that time for me. But I'm doing better now though.
It was the racist incident that happened. Somebody drew a swastika.
This was such a big thing. At this time, I wasn't really that passionate about, you know, social justice issues because I was going through so many other things in my own personal life. So I was like, whatever, even though it was still like a really crappy time, and you know, like I knew it was a really crappy situation, but still, you know, now looking back at it, I wish I could have done more and spoke out more, you know. But like I said, it was a rough time for me. I can't believe, you know, I had no idea this happened to Caleb. So it's just crazy, like, you know, that he said this, you know, and he knew that he was being filmed, that this was like going up on my YouTube. So I commend you, Caleb. Thank you for being open and being transparent about that, because yeah, a lot of people go through stuff like this.
Life goes on, so can't let that stuff push him down.
I'm so proud of Caleb. I look up to Caleb. Literally look up to him. He's like 6'10" or whatever. Jared always has something to say, but it's usually always positive. He's really encouraging.
You've always had, you learn through experience, and you can't learn in your comfort zone.
I was shook when Chris said that. I felt the shaba on that.
Run away from God. He pulled me back here.
I didn't want to come back here, but here we are. Okay, this guy, I was so irritated. He was talking, like we were obviously recording, and what I was saying at this part, I did not want to cut. I really didn't want to cut, but I was like, dang it. Like we're in the moment, we're being very candid, and then he just ruined it all.
To say the least.
Look at me being all artistic.
Years after, I would say Black Boy have been very interesting.
You guys don't, like, this is just so cathartic for me. It's like, it's kind of like, it's therapeutic.
With depression, something that
you guys, this B-roll. I did a lot of the B-roll by myself because I don't really have the resources like I had at IHOP to record the B-roll and all that. So I did a lot of it on my own, and I'm kind of proud of it. But I know some of it may seem a little bit ingenuine. Oh gosh, I can't even think of the word, but you know what I mean.
It has been great.
Yes.
Clear skin is a model on
Oh
2018.
gosh.
Hi guys.
Okay, so you guys know like when the makeup gurus and the you know like the YouTubers that do like makeup tutorials and stuff, they'd be like, hi guys. Well, yeah, that's where I got that from. I thought it was funny. I don't know about you. I thought it was funny.
Black soap for problem skin.
You guys, it's been working. Okay, I have to admit, I haven't been very consistent with my skincare routine like I should. Yeah, but I'm going to get back on it, really, because people have been asking me questions. You know, a lot of people had a lot of comments about it. Like, I was like, wow, I'm really doing something. Like, I'm not a skincare expert at all, but people were actually, like, really, like, interested in this. And this stuff actually works, okay? Like, it really does work.
Wash it off. I like to use my hands first because, you know, just get all that water splashing. Like, you know.
So, when it comes to moisturizer, somebody told me that I shouldn't have washed it off. But I don't know, like, there's no direction on that. I'm telling you, I'm not a skincare expert. Like, I don't know how to do all this stuff. And then I kind of realized that maybe I should use a moisturizer after I use the mask. But I don't know, like, I don't know how to work any of this stuff. I'm still new, but hey, it's been working, okay? It's been working.
The American standard.
You guys, I know that I'm an attractive young man. Yeah, back in the day, nobody was really checking for me. But, you know, now I got a few. I think I do.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people say or think. You are in charge of your own happiness, and
You're in
God
charge.
loves you for just who you are. It's so
Understand that. Okay, next episode. Okay, guys, this one really triggered me when I was doing this. Really triggered me.
Starbucks under fire protests, as you know, breaking
guys,
out after two black
this
men were arrested.
took so long to edit. It took so long.
It has happened again.
I freaking cried. Like, you guys, when I was researching all these videos, like, I was crying when I was editing them, because it just hit so close to home, especially, you know, me being black. In this day and age in America, like, it was really, really rough for me to find these clips and to edit them. Whew, you guys, I was triggered for real. This was rough. This was really
Please
rough.
don't tell me that he's gone. Please, officer, don't tell me that you just did this to him.
This was so rough.
Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland.
You guys, this was such a proud moment for me. This was such a proud moment. You guys understand? I was like, you guys, it took 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to edit like, I think it was like the first minute or so. It took me over 4 hours to edit all of this. The sound effects I just love.
When I'm walking down the street, what do you see?
Uh,
Do you see an
I
educated
kept on
black
jumping
man
up and down in my
growing
bed,
suburbs?
literally
You just
jumping
see
up and
some
down when I
nigga
finished
with a
this.
song in his pocket may or may not be a gun.
Oh man.
Are you scared? Because I am
Yeah.
too. One is enough.
Everything just flowed together. Yes. This B-roll was shot. This B-roll was shot over a year ago. Well over a year ago. I was going to use this for, like, you know, that first episode that I shot, but, you know, I scrapped all of it. You know, this whole season has been like over a year in the making. Crazy. All this for a YouTube show. Man, I wish I was getting paid for this. But you know what? I'm still happy. Yeah. Big shout out to my sister, LaDan, for being my camera woman. I really appreciate it. She did a good job with some of these shots.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, guys.
I'm angry. I'm
This part, I had to stop maybe like 3 or 4 times because I was getting emotional. I shed some tears. I did shed some tears during this, but I didn't want you guys to see all of that. But yeah, it was really, man, I was in a moment when I was recording this, like in a moment.
I really
It's
feel
rough.
like it should be common sense to treat people.
You know what? For me, it's easy to treat people like human beings, because that's how I was brought up. But then again, it's like racist is hard to identify with them, obviously, because I'm not a racist. But it's just like, with racists, they were brought up like that. Like a lot of racists, it was put in their heads at a young age, like when they were young, to be racist, be prejudiced, and all that type of stuff. I'm not going to try to understand or identify, but then again, like I know, like, that's how many of them were brought up. But still, it's sad. It's like really, really, really sad that this is what we are dealing with at this moment in America.
Like this, especially in America.
Yeah, America's not the best place to be at right now. We got Trump supporters who are so for immigrating people, and like I have literally never heard a Trump supporter speak out against the injustice against black people, speak out against what's going on in Puerto Rico, speak out against what's happening in Flint. Flint still has no clean water. It's been over 4 years, guys, and I don't hear Trump supporters talking about that, but yet they're talking about immigration laws and all that type of stuff. And the thing is, talking to a Trump supporter is like talking to a brick wall. It's like, I don't know why people support Trump, especially Christians, because, honestly, it's just like, the things that he said and the things he's done just does not represent Christ very well. And that goes for, I believe, most of our presidents, including Obama. Most of our presidents have not represented Christ very well, but Trump, he really does not. He doesn't show kindness. He doesn't show compassion. He doesn't show love. He doesn't send out good vibes and positive energy. Nothing but negativity has really surrounded him. I barely have seen anything positive surround him since he's been in office, at least. It's just like, but people are just so for him. I really honestly don't know why, but especially black people, because I've seen black people who support Trump, and I'm just like, it just doesn't seem right. But you know what? You can support whoever you want to support, and you vote for whoever you want to vote for. This is America, but it just confuses me. That's it. It just confuses me. Shout out to my sister. She's a goat. Do you guys think we should do like a sibling channel or like do more videos together? Because a lot of people say that we do good. We're a good team. I'm thinking about it. Oh, she looks so different.
She always has a strong opinion on certain
Crazy.
things. So it's always a good time when she comes
My
back
little
home
baby
and we
sister is
discuss
growing
the
up.
current views around.
This part was staged. She was texting, like, I don't know what was going on. You guys, we have so many like inside jokes, so you may not get everything that we do or say, but like, that's just our like sibling bond that we have. Us.
Hello.
Hi.
My best
How can
friend.
you help me?
My best friend.
Bye.
Just let you guys know, if I'm ever wearing a hat like in any of my videos or anything like that, it's because I haven't gotten a haircut, and I don't like to, show that, Brillo pad. That laugh. Oh gosh. We're just so silly.
Oh, okay. Speaking of tweeting, what do you think about Kunye's tweets?
Okay, if you don't know, when I said Kanye, I was talking about Kanye. I mean, I know she says Kanye, but like, yeah, I was talking about Kanye. But if you've been following what's been trending lately, then you know about Kanye's tweets and how he said that slavery was a choice. It was not a choice. We were dragged here in shackles by our ankles and our wrists. I'm not going to get into that right now.
Trump, which I just feel like, I don't know, you can endorse whoever you want to endorse, but when it comes to
Okay, And I know Chance the Rapper, he tweeted something like blacks can be Republicans too. Like, you know, black people can be Republican. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Black people can be Republican. It's America, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, you know. Me, I don't represent any political party. I'm not into politics at all. It's not my thing, you know. As an adult, though, I feel like I should engage myself more in politics. But, yeah, when it comes to the whole Trump thing, it's not like I'm trying to hop on a bandwagon. Just from the things that I've seen, I don't support him. You know, I don't really support a lot of political candidates. I supported Barack Obama because it was inspiring to see a black man in office, but he was just such a positive person. I don't know how he was, like, politically and, you know, presidentially. I don't know how he was, but because like I said, when it comes to politics, I'm very ignorant when it comes to that, and I don't really dabble into that type of stuff, the government and all that. Like, it's just boring to me. But so I'm just gonna say that now. I really should get into it more, but the things I've seen from Trump, though, I just can't get behind. I said what I said, and that's that.
I feel like he's in a disillusioned place right now because, you know, because there's other things.
Poor Kanye. I used to really like Kanye a lot. I listened to him a lot.
It's really off-putting.
But now,
I kind of feel like
after those
he's
comments,
saying
I just can't.
out of the place that he's just something particular about supporting people who want to take away the basic human rights of people.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think that's very American. If, like, especially for an American president to take away the basic human rights of people.
You know, I understand, you know, people that are crossing the border are coming here illegally and it's against the law. And people say we should follow the law and all of this, but there are countries and, like, there are places where it's okay to kill people. It's okay to, you know, do things. Just because it's a law doesn't make it right at the end of the day. Like, it doesn't make it okay. And, so, you know, somebody said something about, you know, people don't say anything when black people break the law and go to jail. Well, that's I don't want to get into that, but that's like a completely different, like, you can't compare the two, because, like, if you rob a store or if you, like, kill somebody or, you know, if you do stuff like that, like, it's obviously wrong. It's, like, not a good thing. But crossing the border to find asylum, to find refuge, to try to find a better life, you know, it's a different thing, and America makes it so hard and so difficult to even become a citizen. Like, French Montana, he's been living here forever, and he just got his citizenship. It took him, I think, 10 years, and he's rich, okay? Think about other people who don't have that much money, how long it takes for them to become citizens of the United States. Like, it's just so much. I feel like it's unfair, you know? And so that's why they cross the border illegally, and they're coming from a place that's really rough. Somebody was saying how people have been telling him, how would you feel if your kids are separated from you? And they're like, yeah, but then again, I wouldn't put them in a potentially dangerous situation. Well, it's a dangerous situation where they're coming from. You know, it's probably even more dangerous where they're coming from. That's why they're crossing the border, because they're trying to find peace. They're trying to find refuge. And, you know, people throw statistics and things like that. And I'm just like, I don't really care. You know, they're not taking any of my jobs away from me. You know, I feel like that's what a lot of people are afraid of, like taking jobs and all. At the end of the day, I don't really, like, these are people, you know, and I didn't mean to rant like this, but it's just really ridiculous when you have people who just want to take away the basic human rights of human beings instead of really trying to, instead of worrying about other things that America has been struggling and dealing with. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that for now.
Selfishness is a disease. I swear it is. Selfish people are only concerned about them and their own pocketbooks.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
whatever, you know, benefits me and makes me money.
That's how
And
America
why
always
we
been.
have now regulated gun laws. Somehow it's like
See?
a whole different, like, I know it's like a whole different.
I got shook when my sister said that. I was like, dang, you know what? You're right. That is why gun laws have not been regulated yet, because it is a marketable business that brings in so much money. It's just crazy how the rich white men and the rich people in America in general just don't care about other people. See, when I get rich, I'm gonna try to do something to help other people, you know, charities, whatever I can do, you know, to bring peace and joy and happiness and to make someone's life at least a little bit better.
Like gun laws is because of how profitable that industry is. And that's how America is. It's gonna let y'all die, enslave people, kick people out, tell people they can't speak English, tell people they can't marry, because it benefits me and me only. It makes me money, and that's why we all need Jesus.
White people, racist white people say, go back to your own country, especially the black people. Because it's just like, you guys brought us here against our own will.
You're here.
Exactly.
Like when Trump first became president, I was scared, I was worried. I still am, honestly, a little bit terrified.
You guys, I wanted to build my own rapture machine and just be raptured up to heaven then and there when Trump became president. I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing. I'm upset. Like, I had a piece of lint in my beard and my sister didn't even tell me. Check on your friends. Check on your friends. If they have some lint, or they have booger in their nose, or if they have, you know, whatever on their face, you know, something in their teeth, stuff like that, let them know. Pay attention to stuff like that, please. Because then you're going to end up in embarrassment like me.
And faithfulness, I really do feel like God allows things to happen for a reason. And maybe he appoints every president. I mean, I've heard
that, you
like
know, God appoints like the priests and the kings. There's something in the Bible about like God appoints priests and kings and things like that. And I feel like that includes the presidents of our country. I think so. So yeah, and maybe he did this for a reason.
Honestly, I just feel like God has allowed Trump to be president just to kind of instill.
You will reveal what's been dormant in American society.
My sister's so smart.
Well,
She's so smart and deep.
Cause Christians to step out in faith more and to pray more and to not be so fearful.
We're coming into the last and evil days of this world. We gotta start praying. We gotta really be prayed up. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. We may be entering in World War III. For all we know, we got to stay prayed up when we have to not be fearful and understand that God has got a plan. A much bigger plan than what we know and than what we see. So, with that, you know, we just have to keep that in mind, honestly, because God's plan is going to always be bigger. It's going to always be better than what we think or than what we see or what we know. And that's just something that we have to be mindful of.
Put all of our faith and trust and hope in God, and just to have, you know, like the real Christians to stand up. Because as you can see, a lot of the fake Christians are standing up as well. The Christians who are saying, yeah, we need to deport these. I want my guns. I need my guns. And all of
the whole gun control debate thing. That's another thing. A lot of Trump supporters are really, really for their guns for some reason or another, because the Constitution says you have the right to bear arms. Yet there are kids that are being killed in schools and in theaters and at concerts. This country is a hot mess. This whole world is a mess.
You know, are standing for racism. You can't be a Christian and have racism in your heart. That makes absolutely no sense at all.
It makes no sense.
Do feel like
you really... How do you think it's going to be like when we get to heaven? You think only white people are going to go to heaven? Like, when we get to heaven, it's going to be an array of people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different parts of the world. So it's just... It really behooves and baffles me when there are people who claim to be Christians but they are racist. It makes no sense to me. I just feel like it should make sense to more people that you shouldn't be like this. But I'm behooved.
the home of the free and the brave. You wanna go to Taco Bell?
Oh my god!
I was so serious. We went to Taco Bell after that. I was craving it. You guys know I love Taco Bell.